YouTube. Let me get this camera adjusted here. It's telling me to rotate my device. I'm going live right now. So I don't know why it's having me rotate my device here. Let's just try it out. I like it right here. Oh, well, let's keep it right here. So I want to talk to you guys about um, discipline, physical discipline. I'm going to start off this conversation by introducing myself. My name is Olivia Winstead, and I am the host of this channel, and I'm the host of Stay Woke on 95.9 FM, WOVU, Cleveland. I'm using that show as a platform to engage my peers, millennials, and make social awareness a priority in our lives by including it in our conversations and talking about what's happening in our communities, how it's affecting us, like this government shutdown, and really getting the conversation. Like, what am I trying to say? Trying to get the conversation started um, about these issues and addressing it with my friends, my peers, my community. But anyways, I posted something on Facebook today about my son. My son is 5 years old. There he is. Say hi, Noah. Hi. That's my baby. That's my only child. My son, every day, no joke, my son has cried every day since birth. And it drives me up a wall. And I posted about it on Facebook to kind of see, is this normal? Like, I don't think it's normal. He's 5 years old. You're five? Yes. He's 5 years old, and he's cried every day, twice a day.
I was a turn 5 years
Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute because you did turn 5. We'll talk about that.
I wasn't turned 5.
Then how old did you turn?
I turned
You turned 2. Well, he's 2 today. Anyways, so I posted on Facebook saying, he's cried every day since birth, and he's not in any pain, and it could be for a temper tantrum. But my son, since he was young, he's been labeled. I don't want to say label, but the doctors and specialists have determined he does have a speech delay. And as I was thinking about this, I was really thinking critically about this. Like, after I posted it and talking to a friend, really trying to understand, is this normal? Like, will he outgrow this? Like, are other children crying daily for 5 years straight? Like, is that normal? That's just odd to me. And then I started thinking, well, he does. A lot of times he's crying and it's triggered because he's misunderstood. So I could definitely get that because, I would get frustrated too if someone didn't understand me and I was trying to get it out. And you hear him, he can talk. He can talk. He understands, but he does not fully express himself, and he does not always use all of his words. So we try I encourage that he uses full sentences and fully express himself. But anyways, moving forward here, let me charge up my phone because it's about to die. It's about to die, y'all. All right, here we are. So anyways, come on. So anyways, I posted about this on Facebook, hoping that I'm not, this is not an odd, isolated situation, hoping that other parents could give me some insight about a child. I didn't really go into detail, but I'm hoping I'm not alone when I say my child has been crying every day since birth. Like, literally, he has. But apparently, this is an odd case because a lot of people responded and they said that this was not normal. And surprisingly, what I was most surprised by was, they didn't know his situation with the speech delay. They didn't know his situation with having this speech delay. So a lot of people were telling me to whoop him. I'm like, whoop him? Like, why are we always meeting problems with our children with the belt? And I started thinking, like, more than half the people who commented, that was their solution. And so I started thinking about this, and I said, I don't really think a belt is going to help it. Uh, it may even exasperate. I don't know how to say that word. Exasperate, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. This may worsen the situation because many times, like I said, it's triggered because he's not understood. Now, could he be having temper tantrums? Yeah, all kids do. But I think a lot of times, more so, it's triggered because he does not, he cannot express himself to me. Like I said, he understands when you talk to him and you're communicating with him. He can follow directions, but as far as getting it out of his mouth and expressing it to you, he struggles with that. And I'm not sure what that is. Someone even suggested autism, and he's not showing it. Noah, see, yeah, he's just not showing the signs of someone who is autistic. I work with clients who are autistic, and many of my clients, they have intellectual developmental disabilities, and they come with a slew of other issues, and he just doesn't necessarily fall into that category. So it really is an interesting case, and I'm sure I'm not the only person who's been through something like this, but I just haven't met that person. But anyways, with with majority of the people commenting and encouraging me to hold on, you guys. Yes, yes, I want to pull in. Yeah, I'm getting my car fixed. This is my mechanic.
Go get your car fixed.
Yeah, what's the name of this shop? So, anyways, I gotta pull in. So bear with me here. I'm gonna sit you guys right here so y'all can. Oh shoot, that might not be a good idea. I'm gonna sit you guys right here. Just bear with me, okay? I'm gonna keep talking so you guys can hear me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm picking up the phone.
I see orange. I see orange.
We're gonna all my chin fat. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Ugh. Camera got some bad angles of me.
What Sabrina?
Well, I am just kind of flopping it
What
around here.
Sabrina?
Sabrina is at work.
Listen. Sabrina is friend.
Sabrina is my friend. That is your auntie. That's Auntie Bina, right? Oh, he's fussing at me because I don't know how to turn around. I'm very cautious. So I'm like inching out slowly here. He's like, you don't whip that car around. I don't have those skills. Don't have those skills. Okay, honk honk. Excusez-moi. Excuse me. Oh, just stop here? Oh, he wants me to go turn, cut my wheel. Right? Oh, left, right, straight. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, keep going. You want me to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go this, go left, yeah. Go right, all right. And keep going, keep going, keep going. And you want me to stop here? Okay, he wants me to stop here. So I made it. Anyways, back to this conversation. So it's just interesting because I find that this is a common issue, particularly in the African American community. When our child displays behaviors that we don't understand and we find to be an inconvenience or disruptive in some way or a cause for concern, a lot of times we meet those behaviors with physical discipline. Like we think, oh, this child needs a whooping, and a lot of times that is simply not the case. And I felt like that's the feedback that I was I was getting. Well, that was the feedback that I was getting from that post. Did they fully understand his speech delay? But no, but I took some time to really educate them on the background and everything. And so this is a topic I really want to cover on my show next week. And the question is, does physical discipline, does it really fix it? For me, it doesn't solve everything, if anything. And I can understand, I can almost understand why some parents, I understand the frustration, right? But I feel like, particularly in our community, um, we brush off serious issues, brush it off as a child being disobedient or out of order, and they're really suffering, and we are trying to beat it away. So I like this, if you're watching, to give me some feedback. What are your opinions on this? We're going to go in depth about this conversation Saturday at 2:30 p.m. on 95.9 FM WOVU Cleveland, or you can stream live at www.wovu.org. Um, Also, in some of those comments that were coming back was, you know, people were telling me, well, we got to teach our, we ain't, you don't want to, basically, you don't want to raise any punks. You got to tell them we ain't raising no crybabies, or you got to toughen them up, basically, right? Is what they're telling me. And I think that is so harmful, especially to young men. Like, we're always telling young men, this is why so many young men grow up emotionally detached, because they're told to disconnect from their feelings because it's not manly, or it shows weakness. But in actuality, to not be able to really address how you feel, that can set you up for failure as well. That can be a weakness when you're not able to identify, you're sad, you're mad about something, but you're not allowed to fully experience those emotions, and you suppress them. And then when you experience them later on in life, or as you're growing up, you don't know how to cope with them, because you've been told to detach yourself from how you feel. You've been told that you shouldn't be crying because it's weak to be a crybaby. You're viewed as weak if you're crying. Men shouldn't be crybabies. We feed this mentality to our children, and it is such an unhealthy way to live. We shouldn't be raising our children this way. And some people really sent me some encouraging things and said, well, let him experience his emotion. Let him get through how he feels, but not without explaining to him or talking to him and understanding why is he feeling like that, and talking to him about ways to cope. Now, I can understand, like I said, I can understand where that, who is calling me? I can understand that idea of, oh, well, not that idea. I can see where that idea of crying is a form of weakness, right? Not so much that it's a weakness, but not so. The issue is, yes, it's viewed as a weakness, but the other issue here is, a lot of parents are just telling their children to be quiet, stop crying, because they don't have time to really explore their child's emotions. They don't have time to really assess what's going on with their lives. They're trying to, like, for example, a lot of people in my community, African American community, um, a lot of parents, a lot of mothers are raising their children alone. They may have many children, more than one child. So it's hard for them to really invest time into one child over a situation that occurs on a regular basis, and they want to put out the fire right now. So they resort to swatting that child or whatever, physical discipline. So it might work for the moment, might get the child to be quiet or learn not to bother their mom with the cry, but it does not solve with the child may learn not to cry when their mother is around so they won't get swatted, but it does not solve the long-term issue. Why is this child acting like this? Why are they crying? Why are they sad? Hold on, they want me to get the catalytic converter. I'm gonna unlock that side right there. Can you open that door? It's close to you. Alright. right there, and then the parts are right there. And it's another one. There we go. All right. So anyways, y'all, I'm trying to get this catalytic converter replaced. So anyways.
You get the O2 sensor too?
No. Is my car going to explode because I don't have it today?
Huh?
Is the car going to explode if I don't have it today?
No,
The
no,
O2
you're going to put the old one in, but since you had it, if you'd have had it, you could have put the new one in right now.
Got you. I got you. I'm going to get that next because I got to get tires too. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. But anyways, so a lot of parents... No. I get that next. A lot of parents, they don't really have the time to invest in what's going on at the moment with their child, and that can cause for some long-term issues. But is some problems the problems that I've identified here is we're meeting every issue with the belt. Number one, problem number one, every issue does not require physical discipline. It might be annoying to deal with the behavior, but we got to really invest some time to get to the root of the issue and understand why a child is behaving in this way that is causing concern. Why are they misbehaving? Why are they crying? What the issue is. Second issue is we're teaching young men to detach from their emotions, and we're labeling them when they experience, when they're crying, when they're mad, when they're sad specifically when they're sad or they're crying. We're labeling them as weak, and we're not allowing them an opportunity to experience those emotions so that they can address why they feel that way, so that in the future when they feel like that again, they're better able to cope. We're not sitting down we're not letting them go experience those emotions, and we're not sitting down with them to explain or to understand why do they feel that way. So those are the main issues there. And then everyone, well, I shouldn't say everyone, but more than half the people who commented say, oh, the world is not all rainbows and butterflies. I'm glad they think that I'm that mom. First of all, I'm flattered because everyone say, you a little too nice, Olivia. These people have no idea what I'm like in the home. This is, their outside perspective of me. But I'm flattered that they think I'm this wholesome, sweet, nurturing mom. Because if they really saw me at home, they probably question my abilities as a parent. But anyways, So anyways, they're saying, you have to teach him that the world is not all kisses and rainbows. I'm saying, why don't we equip our children with love? Like, we're always preparing our children for this cold war of life, right? And the one element that's always missing, well, I shouldn't say always, because it wasn't missing for me in my life growing up. My mother really made it a point to instill love in me. But in so many people's lives, they're worried about being taken advantage of or losing out. So they're equipped with this aggressiveness. Okay? They're equipped with this, they're instilled with defensiveness and this anger to protect themselves, right? But that anger is still an emotion. Okay? And it can still cause you to be vulnerable because you can fall into that emotion, and it's hard for you to come out of anger too, right? So you got a lot of people popping off because they lack